People should check out Rand's thoughts, in particular on this idea of international law. The only place you can find it is a new textbook of Americanism. There's a great section on it. It's not published anywhere else because it was in a private workshop. What standing do you really give the International Criminal Court? What credence do you have to give to international law? How do you have to obey international law? How you should understand it? Miss Rand actually wrote about it in a new textbook of Americanism. It reminds me a bit of that line from The Fountainhead, but I don't think of you. And she didn't think quite much of it, especially when it came to war. And Rand wrote, the contradiction of international law, the attempt to make the use of physical force, which is war, subject to some kind of law. You can't. You can, by mutual consent, agree not to murder prisoners or not to bomb women and children if it can be helped. But it's agreement of no great significance, actually, because the idea of a war means two groups of men have decided that they cannot reach any rational agreement, and they resort to force. The standard is now, who can bring the other one to submission by means of force? No laws can hold, nothing can hold, no morality can hold against a state of war. In war, one party is the aggressor, and anything the other party does is morally justified because it's an act of self-defense. Hamas and the Palestinians brought Israel to this state. They were not the aggressors here, they were the victims. So the standard is now submit. Get them to submit, I believe, any means necessary. Bombing doesn't matter who it is. And it is all on the backs of Hamas and the Palestinians that caused it. If it's tactically necessary to bomb civilians during a war, you have to. More than that, it is your moral duty to do so, because otherwise, what are you doing? Playing war instead of trying to finish it, end it, and make the aggressor pay. What was the crimes against humanity? The sending in the food, the dropping of all the leaflets and warning people when you were going to attack? This is everything we've documented for years is about as humane as a war can be prosecuted. Maybe that's the problem. And certainly Ayn Rand, I think, believed it was.